In the heart of the small village of Nkonya-Tayi, nestled between rolling hills and vast green fields, lived an old farmer named Kwabena. He was known far and wide for his bountiful harvest and the wisdom he freely shared with those willing to listen. His grandson, Kwaku, was a curious and eager boy who admired his grandfather's knowledge and hard work. Life in Nkonya-Tayi revolved around farming. Every morning, as the rooster crows, villagers would head to their fields with hoes and baskets, preparing for the long day ahead. Among them was Oma, Kwaku's childhood friend, and Oben, a mischievous but kind-hearted boy who often found trouble before wisdom. The three children were inseparable, spending their days playing by the river and helping with small tasks in the fields. One evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, Kwaku followed Kwabena to the farm. The warm breeze carried the scent of rich earth, and the sound of crickets filled the air. Kwaku had always admired his grandfather's farm, where rows of yams, cassava, and tomatoes flourished under his careful hands. However, something peculiar caught Kwaku's attention that evening. Some tomato plants stood tall and strong, their fruits ripe and healthy, while others looked frail, entangled in stubborn weeds. "Grandfather, why do these plants look so weak compared to the others?" Kwaku asked, his brows furrowed in confusion. Kwabena chuckled, his deep voice rich with experience. "Oh, my son, this is a lesson about life," he said. "A strong plant needs good soil, water, and care, but most importantly, it must be free of weeds. Weeds steal the nutrients meant for the plant, choking it slowly until it cannot grow." Oma and Oben, who had been following the conversation, leaned in with curiosity. "So, is life like a farm?" Oma asked, tilting her head. Kwabena nodded. "Exactly. If you do not clear the bad things around you, they will stop you from thriving." Kwaku's eyes widened as he grasped the wisdom in his grandfather's words. He looked back at the strong plants and then at the struggling ones. The lesson struck him deeply. "So, Grandpa," he asked, his voice thoughtful, "it's not enough to just grow, I must also clear away the things that stop me from thriving." Kwabena smiled warmly. "Yes, my boy. Just as I spend time weeding this farm, you must also weed your life. Negative thoughts, bad company, and laziness, they are like weeds. If you allow them to grow, they will choke your dreams." Obeng scratched his head. "But how do we know what is a weed in our lives?" Kwabena took a moment before responding. "Oh, that is a question only you can answer. Think about the things that hold you back: fear, bad habits, even certain friendships. You must be strong enough to remove anything that stops your growth." He then led the children to a small shed and picked up 3 small hoes. Handing one to each of them, he pointed to a patch of overgrown weeds. "Here," he said, "let us weed together. You must learn to separate the weeds from the good plants. It is not a one-time task, it is something you must do constantly." As they worked side by side, Kwabena shared stories of his youth, his struggles, his triumphs, and the mistakes he had learned from. He explained that even the strongest and wisest person sometimes needs help and that seeking guidance is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. As the sun continued to sink, Oma wiped sweat from her forehead. "This is hard work," she admitted. "But it feels good to see the plants free." "Yes," Kwabena agreed. "And when you clear your own life of weeds, you will feel even better." The next day, Kwaku, Oma, and Oben were eager to put their newfound knowledge to the test. They walked through the village, observing their surroundings with fresh eyes. Kwaku began to notice things he had ignored before: the way some children wasted their time playing all day without helping at home, how some villagers spread gossip instead of working together, and how some farmers neglected their fields, complaining about poor harvests instead of taking action. But wisdom is often tested, and Kwaku's test came soon enough. A group of older boys, led by the boastful Kojo, often teased Kwaku for spending too much time with his grandfather. Why are you always on the farm, Kwaku? Kojo sneered. Come play with us instead. We know a secret spot by the river where we can swim all day without being disturbed. Obeng's eyes lit up at the idea. That sounds fun, he exclaimed. Kwaku hesitated. He did love swimming, but his grandfather's words echoed in his mind. You must be strong enough to remove anything that stops your growth. He turned to Oma, who shook her head knowingly. I don't think this is a good idea, Kwaku finally said. We have chores to finish first. Kojo laughed. You sound just like your grandfather. Always working, never having fun. But Kwaku stood firm. Hard work today means success tomorrow, he replied. Obeng sighed but chose to follow Kwaku's lead. The decision was difficult, but deep inside, Kwaku felt stronger. He was beginning to understand the power of choices. Weeks passed, and Kwaku continued to help Nana Kwabena on the farm. He woke early, watered the plants, removed the weeds, and cared for the crops. Slowly, the tomato plants flourished, their fruits bright red and heavy. The entire village noticed how well the farm was doing, and many came to seek advice from Nana Kwabena. One morning, the chief of Nkonya-Tayi, Nana Asamoah, visited their farm. Nana Kwabena, he said, your farm is the finest in the village. What is your secret? Nana Kwabena smiled and gestured toward Kwaku. The secret is teaching the next generation. This boy has learned the value of patience and hard work. The chief looked at Kwaku and nodded approvingly. Then he will be a great farmer one day. Kwaku beamed with pride. He had not only learned to tend crops but had also grown stronger in character. He realized that success was not just about talent but about effort, discipline, and surrounding oneself with the right influences. One evening, as the sun cast golden hues over the land, Nana Kwabena placed a gentle hand on Kwaku's shoulder. Remember this lesson, my son. The path to success is like tending a farm, it requires patience, effort, and wisdom. There will be times when you feel like giving up, but do not let the weeds win. Stay focused, choose your friends wisely, and never be afraid to work hard. And most importantly, keep weeding. Kwaku smiled, a newfound determination shining in his eyes. He now understood that his future was like the fields of his grandfather's farm, full of potential, waiting for him to nurture it. His journey had just begun, but with the wisdom of his grandfather, he was ready to plant the seeds of his dreams and watch them grow strong, just like the vibrant tomatoes bathed in the last light of the setting sun. As the golden sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the farm, Kwaku stood beside his grandfather, gazing at the flourishing fields. He had learned a lesson that would guide him for the rest of his life. The journey to success is not just about working hard but about making the right choices, removing obstacles, and surrounding yourself with the right influences. Just like a farmer tends to his crops, we must tend to our own lives. In today's world, negativity, procrastination, and bad company can choke our potential, just like weeds choke a plant. But with discipline, patience, and the wisdom to recognize what helps us grow and what holds us back, we can cultivate success in any field, be it education, business, relationships, or personal growth. The moral of this story is simple but powerful: success is a garden. If you want to flourish, you must continuously weed out distractions, bad habits, and negative influences. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, keep learning, and never be afraid of hard work. So now, we ask you this: what weeds are stopping you from reaching your full potential? It's time to clear them out and plant the seeds of your future. If you enjoyed this story and found its lessons valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more powerful African folktales that inspire and uplift. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Drop a comment below: what was your favorite lesson from this story? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, remember, keep weeding, keep growing, and keep thriving.